There are a lot of smart home cameras out there, and you're probably wondering which one should I go with? Well, today I'm going to be looking at the Reolink ColorX series. I have 3 cameras here and a solar panel. I'm going to let you know which one might be right for you and your use case. Welcome back to Josh's Smart Home channel. If you're new here, you're going to find out that I've been building out my smart home for about 8 years now. I've used a variety of hubs and products and integrations, and I'm going to be, enlightening you with what I've learned along the way and hopefully, help you build out your smart home. I believe in transparency and full disclosure. Therefore, I need to let you know Reolink did provide these products free of charge to me, but this is the brand I would buy anyway, and they aren't reviewing my content ahead of time. They're not telling me what I have to say, and I'm free to, express my own opinion. So everything you're going to see is my fair and honest opinion. I'm going to get started by showing you each of the cameras. I'm going to start off with the CX810. I've reviewed that one in the past, so if you do want to see that video separately, you can click that up here. So the first camera here is the CX810, and this is a fixed position camera, so you could mount it, like this, or there's a little spot here so you can twist it and turn it however you want to mount it. If you wanted to mount it from the soffit like we do, then you put it up this way, tighten this up a little bit, and then it stays in that fixed position, and you can mount it however you like, but it is the fixed position camera. So I'm going to go over a couple of the specs here before we move on to the next camera. This one is a power over Ethernet, so you only have that one power cord that you need to plug in, one Ethernet cord, and it provides the internet as well, the network as well as the power. So you need a power over Ethernet injector or the Reolink NVR or something to provide that power over that Ethernet, but really simple, one cord plug, one cord you plug in, and you're good to go as far as connections. It does have the ColorX night vision, which all these cameras do, but as I've shown in the videos previously, the ColorX is amazing. The level of clarity you get at night is absolutely awesome. It has the AI detections, so it can, see people, pets, and vehicles, and you can even pass that information along to Home Assistant if you want. Has the two-way audio, so you can talk to whoever's on the other side. If you see somebody, you can respond. You can also store the videos locally using an SD card, or you can use an NVR. We have the Reolink NVR in our network, and we store our videos there. This camera is 4K 8 megapixels at 25 frames per second. So with those specs out of the way, let's move on to the E1 Outdoor CX. I already have the E1 Outdoor CX out here, and you can see this is a camera that moves around and can be placed in a lot of different positions. It has a spot in the bottom here where it can attach into this stand, so you could even use the stand if you wanted to put it on the wall and mount it that way, so it would be on the wall with the stand here. Or you can, sit it somewhere. There's a lot of different options with this, but this is a tracking camera. So it moves 355 degrees around and then 50 degrees tilt up and down. It uses one guard position, and then you can have up to 64 preset other positions as well. And it is from the ColorX family, so it does have the ColorX night vision, which is absolutely awesome. This one is a Wi-Fi camera, so you do have just one cable that plugs in, and there is an included adapter to plug it into a normal power outlet, and then you would connect Wi-Fi to provide the network connection. It's a 2K 4 megapixel at 20 frames per second, so you're still getting that good quality video there, even with the tracking and moving the moving the camera around and following the subject that you're looking for. And speaking of following subjects, it does detect motion as well as using the AI to detect people, vehicles, and pets. So you have that capability here that has the tracking with the AI detections as well. Dual Wi-Fi, so it's the 2.4 gigahertz as well as the 5 gigahertz. And this is ColorX vision, like these all are. So you get that awesome camera at night with the spotlights and the true color, true colors during night with very, very little light in the area. So it's absolutely awesome. Next, we have the Argus 4 Pro, and as you're going to see, it's like a little face. It's the cutest little thing. Has the two cameras, so it has the really wide view. It's a 180-degree view, and you can put this at one location and really see the whole side. Say maybe put it on the side of your house or something like that. You can see everywhere. Or if you want to put it on a tree, there's even a strap in here to install it on a tree. So definitely pretty versatile on what this might look like and how you could attach it. And the view of this thing is just absolutely amazing. There is another piece that you can screw into the back of it, so you can screw it in and then place it however you like and move it around. So I don't have it tightened here, but if you had it tightened, it would stay in that position. I could certainly tighten it a little bit so you could see. And there we'd have it where it's just staying in that position. You could mount it, or you can mount it the other way, however you wanted to mount it, on the wall where it's straight out. You could do whatever you wanted to do. So lots of options on the mounting, and pretty neat camera for the setup and the view that you get. This dual lens camera that covers 180 degrees is 4K, 8 megapixel at 15 frames per second. So you get that great image quality. And if you have it, out or maybe a little bit more remote location, I'm thinking about putting ours out on a tree that's, pretty far out from our house, maybe a couple 100 feet. Having this wireless setup is great because we don't have any power out there, out to this tree that's, out in our yard. But this would be really neat to be able to, monitor that area. This will be a perfect camera to put out there further on our property. It has the passive infrared detection, and it has the AI so that we can detect the people, vehicles, and animals. And animals is what I'm looking for. So I'm going to put it out there, I think, and then monitor for deer, because we do have deer that come through our property, and hopefully I'm going to get lucky. We don't have as many deer as some of our neighbors do, but we do have this area that is a little bit, more remote from our house that they do tend to come through from time to time. So we have this opportunity to put that out there and have it totally wireless, which is really neat. This does have Wi-Fi 6 and supports the 2.4 gigahertz as well as the 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi network. And it has the 500 milliamp battery. So if you don't have the solar panel connected, or maybe it gets too cold for the solar panel or something like that, you unplug it, it's a dark day, whatever the case may be, it has the battery in it. And with this solar panel, this is their version 2, the Reolink Solar Panel 2. It's a 6-watt charger, and it can charge in for 10 minutes and provide 24 hours of battery life to this camera. So you don't need a whole lot of sun to be able to power the camera. So let me pull out the solar panel, I'll show you what it looks like. And here's the 6-watt solar panel, and it does have a mount. If you wanted to mount it, there's a hole in the back that you screw this into, and then it can be moved around, put it however you want it, position however you need it to be. There is instructions regarding the angle that you'd want it to be at ideally, but I think again, with just 10 minutes of charge to power for the full day, it's going to have a little bit of leniency in how you position this exactly to get what you really need out of it to power the camera. And there's also a strap in here to be able to attach it to a tree, so we could attach everything to a tree. I'll have to think about that, because obviously if it's over the summer and there's leaves on the tree and it's blocking the solar panel, it's not going to do a lot of good. So I'll have to think about exactly how I want to mount everything and make sure we have the adequate power. And it has the power cord here, and it's looks like it's pretty long. I want to say it said that it might be like 6 feet, 4 or 6 feet, something like that. And then you plug this right into the camera and provide the power. So there's nothing going to your main house or main location, except for your Wi-Fi signal. But obviously you'd have to have some type of network connection. But it's a pretty neat setup, and really excited to get this one installed. And once I get all these installed, I'll just show you like a quick overview of what they look like when they're installed, and then I'll let you know which one may be right for you. All right, now I'm going to show you the cameras with the video feeds, and they all have this ColorX night vision, and it's absolutely amazing. Just the other day, I was showing my wife one of the videos, and she said, "What time of the day was this?" And I told her it was at night. She's like, "But wasn't it dark?" Yeah, it was. She's like, "It doesn't even look dark." I know. It just absolutely amazing. The colors it picks up, how much light it can pull in with all these specs. They're just awesome. I can't say anything else about it. But the Argus 4 Pro, it's got this little face. It's the cutest little thing, and it has that 180-degree vision, and it's battery powered. So we have it out in the field. So as you can see, we had picked up a deer out in our field, and that's one of my favorite animals. So it's just walking across the field there, and we picked it up, and I can see what they're doing. And I'm thinking about putting some corn or something like that out, because we have a couple acres of about 4 acres of property here that we can put some things out and maybe attract them and watch them and see what they're up to. So that's really neat with that solar panel. I haven't had any issues with keeping the battery charged. I just set it and forget it, and it alerts me, and I'm like, hey, there's some deer, and that's pretty neat because I like to see the deer here. So a really neat setup there. Definitely really good for out away from your house and out on like a trail or something like that where you have Wi-Fi for this instance, but not any power to that area. Next up, we have the CX810. That's the stationary camera. And as you can see here, we have them at the corners of our house. I probably have, 6 or 8 of these up, and they're absolutely awesome. The color we get at night, you can see here that it pulls it in even when it's really pitch black out. And you can see all the different colors. You can see the shed or the pool in the camera feed. Or if we have it on another corner, you can see into the side yard. We've had issues with the neighbor's dog coming over and attacking our dog. So knowing when there's an animal over there, we can be cognizant of that and make sure that we're on extra protection with our dog if their dog's loose or something like that. So really cool camera, really good video. Definitely it's a good setup for the stationary camera. And last but not least, we have the E1 Outdoor CX. This camera I currently have just stationed in my office. I haven't figured out where I want to put it yet. I was thinking about in the garage maybe, and you may be thinking, you have a real issue with the number of Reolink cameras, and maybe you're right. We have just a couple here, but we love them. And as you can see, they're throughout the house. Make sure you stay tuned and subscribe to the channel if you aren't already, because I'm going to be doing a video where I talk about our whole system, our whole setup. So that'll be coming out next month. But there's a lot of options for this one. It's a Wi-Fi camera that just plug in through the normal 110, and then you can have tracking in it. So if somebody was walking around the garage, it could follow them around. In the office, it picks up when you walk in the door and follows you over and tracks you through that process. So really neat camera here, and the video quality, like everything else, is really superb as well. And now the part you've been waiting for. Which ColorX night vision camera is right for you and your installation? Well, I'm going to start with talking about the one that I've installed the most, and that's the CX810. Like I said, I probably have about a half dozen or so of these around my house, and this one is a great fixed view camera, and it has, a pretty wide range, but it's not the 180 that Argus has. So what I do with these is I place them at the corners of our house, covering the side to the next corner, and then I have one on that corner shooting back towards the, first corner. So they overlap and then provide the view out beyond the other camera. So if you had a square house, 4 of these, 4 corners, it would be 8 cameras, covering all the range. So that's how I like to use them. You can certainly have any other area. If you have, like a swimming pool, we have one directly going onto that where it's just focused on that one item. I can easily pull the feed. I can monitor that item, whatever the case may be. It's a really good setup for anything that's a fixed camera location. One other item to note on the CX810 is the power over Ethernet. So if you're able to run your Ethernet there and provide the power over it using the NVR or another power injector, then that's a great option for you as well. And you can put it on the corners of your house if you have it hardwired, or you can run an Ethernet with the power over Ethernet to wherever it is that you're looking to install, and then that's a great solution. Next up, the E1 Outdoor CX. This is a great camera where you have like a wide range that you want to cover, and you want to have some tracking capability. So as the object moves across, the motion, the person, the pet, the vehicle, whatever it may be, you can follow that object and track it. So that's the great solution here. Also, it uses just the Wi-Fi, so you don't have to have your power over Ethernet there. If you have an electrical outlet there, you're good to go on this one. So it's a little more versatile on that aspect. So it depends on your setup and if you can hardwire or not, this might be a good solution for you. I have it placed in the office, but clearly it is an outdoor camera, so it, you know, can be exposed to the elements. So like I said, I'm thinking about deploying this one into our garage where we do actually have power over Ethernet, but I think I might want the tracking out there rather than the fixed camera. Haven't decided yet. That's why it's still sitting in the office. Maybe I'll even keep it there. I like to, you know, monitor the office. And last but not least, the Argus 4 Pro, the cutest of the cameras for sure, and having that ability to be out away from where you have any electric at all, using that battery with the solar panel to keep it always charged. You don't even have to worry about it. Awesome for our situation out in our field where it can pick up, you know, the animals and such well away from our house. I don't even know, it's hundreds of feet, I would guess, away from the house. You know, it picks up, the Wi-Fi works great and picks up the animals and notifies us. So that's a great installation. Anywhere you're looking to get it out away from, you know, where you have power and you don't have, you know, the electrical plug or power over Ethernet, that type of thing, that's where you're going to be looking for that Argus 4 Pro. If you have, again, power over Ethernet and fixed view, you're looking at the CX810. If you have Wi-Fi and you have electrical outlet and you're looking for some tracking, that type of thing, you're going to be looking at that E1 Outdoor CX. And if you have, you know, a remote location where you have some Wi-Fi but no electrical outlets or anything, ideally with a little bit of view of the sun for the solar panel, check out that Argus 4 Pro. If you liked this video, make sure you subscribe for the future video I'm going to do on the whole system, and check out this video, which I'm sure you're going to love.